probably plonk this at the very start of this video, because with beginners, they will pick up flow motion like the clappers.
Yeah.
They will get it like no one's business, right? They will hit a pure compressed draw within 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Maximum 15 minutes.
Yeah. Club. Teach me how to no-look shot.
You doing it?
Yeah, it's on. Right there.
Okay. Why would
Sometimes-
you want to learn it?
Sometimes in life, you get presented with opportunities, and I feel like this were too good to pass up on.
Why would you want to learn the no-look shot?
Because from the podcast that we did, you know I'm all about holistic thinking. So as another bow to my arrow, I want to learn this now.
Excellent. That's what I like to do. Okay.
So is it a case of you have to be a beginner to learn it then?
No, I would say personally,
Mm-hmm.
and this isn't just for the sake of the camera, I'd say it's whether it was you, whether it was 100 people in front of me, I'd say it's the best means of either learning
Yeah.
or unlearning the golf swing.
Yeah. So what are the main fundamentals then? Not what are the fundamentals, what are the main fundamentals?
main fundamentals would be to go for the right-handed golfer.
Mhm.
If you plonk that club
Have
behind
you
your
got
back.
any preference on grip? Because that's always my starting point. If a guy came to you and you were a bit like split grip, what are you thinking then?
Grip's a real funny one, because you got. I personally think you've got. The problem with grip is if you've got a golfer who's coming to you for a golf lesson, generally speaking, they're quite involved with the golfing community.
Yeah.
Which means they've probably been playing for quite a while.
Yeah.
So when you get a beginner,
Mm-hmm.
grip, brilliant. They can do it straight away because they've got no preconceptions. We all grip things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the example I got given in flow motion was that if you take that ball out of my hand, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you do the same to me,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm not going to grip it like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to grip it like that. So I was taught by flow motion to grip the club this away, so it was on top.
Right.
So because I wouldn't grip it that way.
Oh, right.
So I
So
think
not a priority then. When it comes to flow motion stuff, grip's not a priority.
no, what I'm saying is I'm staying well clear of it.
So there obviously are do's and don'ts, aren't there? But when it comes to such things as interlocking, overlap, 10-finger, no preference.
No, not really. No.
I am. Between those three, I've got no preference. There's certain positional places where I'd like to see it. So the average golfer gets it massively in the palm like that, and that really does restrict wrist mobility going that way.
Yeah.
But when it comes to interlocking, overlap, all that kind of stuff, you get good golfers doing all sorts, don't you?
Let them crack on. If I was, if you're a beginner, I'd just tell you to, if you just pick that up with your left hand,
Yep.
yeah, and then just plonk it down with your left hand. Now just pick it up again with your left hand, keep it there. Yeah, so on the floor, keep it there.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now just pick it up with your right as well as your left. Yeah, I just tend to pick it like that.
Yeah, and that's 10 fingers. So that's without me thinking I've got 10 fingers straight away
Yeah.
there. Just picking it
It's
up.
pretty straight. It's pretty easy,
Yeah.
and that is the idea where I think the flow motion comes into it and really comes into its own, because it's just bang,
Yeah.
quick. There you are. There's your grip.
Yeah.
Here's your golf swing. Crack on.
Let's crack on then. Let's go on
Yeah,
to
well,
the next.
pretty well,
What
yeah.
is like first and foremost then? What are we thinking now? I've
So-
got a hole to start with.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say you're an absolute beginner. If you want to put on a kind demonstration of the average golfer's swing,
Yep.
the worse the better. You can shank it. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right. And in fairness, I know we laugh, but that's
Yeah. I mean, even when I'm doing that, I'm putting on no rotation whatsoever, like mega super stiff, kind of just an arm swing.
well, you're
That kind
quite quite a coordinated individual, and that's
Sometimes when girls are in question, yeah.
yeah, I was going to say.
Not out of the norm. That is a similar swing to someone that I taught. So it weren't
You
that
know.
weren't me kind of goofing around. That's what I see in people that I'm trying to replicate. So
It is, and from this point of view, that's where it makes it a little bit more difficult, because it's, well,
yeah, so we're having to simulate, aren't we, as opposed to
we
doing
are.
the real thing. Yeah,
that's the
I think
best
it's
way
good
of
for these
putting it.
people at home though to kind of see what I see in people that are struggling and where flow motion can help them.
Yeah, correct. Cracking it up. You couldn't really put it better myself, to be honest. If you want to literally stand on that square spot,
Yeah.
cool. If you want to just go up,
Yeah,
boom. Yeah, okay, so that's how the most part of people would grip that club.
yeah,
Okay, with it behind their back like that.
yeah.
So it'd be quite a normal way of doing it.
Mhm.
But what we're trying to do is, and the idea is that we're actually relieving tension. And that is the number one thing that we're trying to do. Yeah, correct. So when you go like that, and it's funny because every single time that you say the word tension, it goes, oh,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, innit?
Whereas in the golf swing, you know, it's a little bit different. And what we're trying to do, like I said, is we're trying to feel. What we're trying to do is at this point in time, if you just go from your left foot, and when I say from your left foot, I actually mean to push from your left foot all the way up onto your left toe. Yeah, so stay there, and then just pick your left toe up off the floor. Wicked. Yeah, so you should be all the way on your right foot. Yeah, and then do the opposite. So go to your right foot. Yeah, and again, so you're going from your left foot to your right foot. Wicked. So what we notice at this point in time, and again, so that's your backswing, that's your downswing, and again, so that's transferring all your weight, that's putting your hips all the way over there, it's turning your shoulders, and what we don't realise is, and that's why we put the club behind the back, is that actually it's turning your arms, it's turning your hands, and actually it's turning this weight on the end of the stick, is what I like to call it.
Let's think about applying it to a golf swing now then.
Well, if you want to lead off from the point where we said feeling the weight of it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to look into the lens of the camera over there, nice and pretty, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you just grip this club as tight as you possibly can, yeah. So stay looking into the lens. Don't cheat, because everyone
always cheats.
Everyone cheats. Yeah, we've already done this before, so I'm going to make sure for a fact that you don't cheat. Grip it as tight as you possibly can. Yeah, so you got blood separating your hands. Yeah, got it. Now just relax and let that drop. Cool. So stay looking in the lens.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, that club should feel quite heavy.
Yeah.
And what you'll notice is you won't have to look where the club is to feel where it is.
So it's like that lack of tension in kind of hands, forearms and stuff actually allows you to locate where this club is way better than if you were tense and you were trying to think of actual positions.
Exactly right.
Interestingly enough though, you know, as soon as I went no tension whatsoever, I know that club face is twisted close.
Yeah.
Or relatively close to where I'm trying to set it up, do you know what I mean?
And that's another drill that you see.
Right,
so if you grip that now, yeah, you stay there. Now just relax. Yeah, no, just twist that grip around. Twist it around.
Yeah, without looking.
And then just without looking, see if you can square it up. Yes. Now look at it. See, that's madness.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of awareness that we're trying to get.
Yeah.
And it's about proving, not to people watching, it's not about proving it to you, it's not about proving it to me, it's about proving it to yourself that actually you do know where that club is.
Yeah.
If you do the same, it's what I said to you before, if you want to, like we did with the left foot and right foot, just grip it as tight as you can, relax, and then just swing away from your left foot to your right foot. Yeah, now, and then the next key is to hold the finish.
Right.
So go left foot to your right foot, hold that finish. Now what Flow Motion say and what Stefan Bachot will say is that no finish, no future.
Right.
If something's gone wrong in your finish, then yeah, you don't hit the ball on your finish, but at the same time, if something's gone wrong over here, that means that something must have gone wrong.
Yeah, beforehand.
Correct. Yeah. Nailed it. Yeah. So same again. Just go on here.
Yep.
And then just close your eyes. And then just swing away.
Right.
Left foot. Wicked. And again. Open your eyes. Close your eyes. Look at that spot. Left foot. Right foot. And again. So open your eyes. Close your eyes. Swing away. Left foot. Right foot. And again. So close your eyes. So you feel the weight of that club throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then just hold your finishing hand. So look at the spot. Close your eyes.
Yeah.
And that, yeah. So that is the power of it. It's that emotional reaction that you get.
That was like, what? Just going back to that swing as well, the one thing that I noticed when I did the really good one was that I really added an awareness to where this were. So there were a couple of practice swings where I was just kind of feeling it, do you know what I mean? But then after maybe 3 or 4, I added a bit of awareness, like, right, where is that club now? What is it doing, do you know what I mean? And then as soon as you feel as though you know where it is, I then returned it to a shot that's like bang out at middle at net.
And that's when it...
Do you think that's when the penny drops with the people that you kind of teach?
It's when the penny dropped for me personally.
Is that something that you did, that feeling and locating that as you were swinging?
It was the biggest thing for me, yeah. It's the biggest thing because it then took every single swing thought away from what am I doing here, there and everywhere, from what is this thing doing? What is that doing?
Yeah. Can I get
not what am I doing?
Yeah. So have we got anything else to cover then? So is it genuinely as simplistic as that? Now that I've got to the stage, your left foot, right foot, I've hit a ball without looking at it, because I presume that you will have put one in place. What are the biggest fixes you've had with people? If people can't do it, what's your go-to?
If people can't do that, it would be straight away to the walking.
Right.
And the walking, that's I don't want to say it's a completely different kettle of fish. It's just another way of doing it. It's
Yeah. So let's expand on this walking idea then. So what does that consist of? Is that like a Happy Gilmore type thing?
yeah, well, sort of. Yeah, he was onto something.
Right.
This is the whole flow motion concept. What they reckon is to
Very good.
you should be able to hitting a ball should be like walking.
Mhm.
And I don't want to speak too out of turn in terms of the biomechanics of it because I'm not educated on it.
Right.
But from a very basic standpoint, what they say is, and what I believe, don't quote me on it to me dying grave, but was that if you were to exit your left foot to your right foot, you'd walk like this, and your arms would swing as a result of you walking. So the idea is the same here, is that you can do a version of just walking up to the ball and hitting it,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, no. And the easiest way of explaining it to people for the right-handed golfer is that your feet are always moving the club, just like they are here.
Yeah.
Left foot to right foot. Start with your right foot and the club. So grip the club. There it is. Start with your right foot and the club, and then go onto it like there. 1. Okay, and then it'd be 2 onto your left foot over here. 2. 3 would be swinging back and onto your right foot, and 4, the ball would go.
Yeah.
If I was walking nice and casual here, I'd go up to the ball and I'd just go like 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you come really close to the ball, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is
Yeah.
is what you need to bring out the pattern of
Yeah.
rigidity.
Right foot in there, and then you go. Was that too many steps?
No, that would have been on it.
Right. Sorry.
See, the simple fact that you asked, is that too many steps? Probably,
Yeah,
generally speaking,
yeah.
this probably means it's right,
Yeah.
because you would have just done it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So if you just go for it off the bat, so
Yeah.
just give me a 1, 2, 3 foot 1, 2. And you notice how you floated the club straight away?
Yeah. How
Yeah.
easy is it for me to return that club to its lowest point, smack it into that mat every time?
Yeah.
So, right then, so we've gone through the process of, we've tried left foot, right foot, the person that we're teaching not quite got it, and then we've done the walking.
Yeah.
What happens then if they don't get it?
So if they don't get it at that point in
Let's
time,
think though, what is it that they're exhibiting as to why they're not getting it? So this is you like fault fixing now.
Yeah.
What are you seeing in them that is leading them to not get both of those things?
Well, at the end of the day, at this point in time, this is where it's a coach's duty and it's a coach's job, and this is where I've come to learn myself where not my skills lie, but everyone else's skills lie. This is where communication comes down to it, because you could say one thing that means
I love that. That is mint.
it is, but
Yeah.
one thing to
It's
you
so true.
might make so much sense,
Yeah.
whereas it makes absolutely zero sense to me. Carry on.
See, we aren't being arrogant. It's like, I think all my lessons I'm really good at fault fixing, but the bad lessons where I don't communicate what I want them to do very well, and the good lessons, they get it straight away. It's like same wavelength kind of stuff, innit? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It could be 3 or 4 buzzwords in a good lesson, and then we've got half an hour to practice what they need to do. I've got a really insignificant question for you now.
Mm.
Do you know when it comes to like the stepping drill, the walking drill?
Yeah.
Does it matter about ball position?
Well, that's the thing. It's like again, you go down the rabbit hole, like, or how far away should I stand from the ball?
Yeah.
Well, if you do a 4-step walk in, like here, 1, 2, well,
You set yourself up.
you're gonna
for
stand
something.
wherever you want to stand.
Right.
I'm not gonna stand with it all the way back there, am I?
Yeah.
It's gonna be somewhere up there. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be
got
there. I like to think as long as it's consistent,
Yeah.
you're good. So like, I'm no Mo Norman, but look at Mo Norman. He used to stand like that,
Yeah.
but I didn't measure every single shot he took, and I didn't have an alignment stick on every single shot he took. But it looks pretty consistent on every single shot he takes, that he stands the same every time.
Yeah.
As long as it's the same way, and yeah, man.
But no,
Give
that
me
was
a-
sick. That was proper good.
Unreal.
Cheers, mate. Mint. You're a legend. Right. Like, share, subscribe. See you in a bit.